Imagine standing at the edge of an infinite ocean where every wave is a possibility and the horizon is the canvas of your life. This vast expanse is your imagination, a boundless sea that shapes not just the world of dreams and ideas, but the very reality you live in. It's the place where the impossible becomes possible, where the mundane transforms into the extraordinary. Have you ever stopped to ponder if what you imagine could be just as real as what you experience? We often think of imagination as a tool for artists, writers, and musicians, but it's so much more. It's the hidden architect of our identity, the unseen hand that molds our perceptions, influences our decisions, and colors our world. Every moment of every day, your imagination is at work, crafting your reality in ways you might not even realize. It's not just about daydreaming or wishful thinking, it's about the power to change your life from the inside out. So, I invite you on a journey to explore the untapped potential of your own imagination. Let's discover together how this extraordinary force can shape your identity, transform your perspective, and perhaps even redefine the essence of what it means to be you. For centuries, the realms of science and spirituality have seemed like two opposing forces, each with its own view of imagination. In the Western world, imagination was often seen as a more fanciful diversion, a pleasant daydream with little impact on the concrete realities of life. Yet, in the rich tapestry of spiritual and artistic traditions, imagination has been revered as a powerful portal to understanding the universe and our place within it. A tool not just for creation, but for connection. Today, we stand at a fascinating crossroads where the latest advances in neuroscience are beginning to illuminate the profound truth that these ancient traditions have always known. Imagination and reality are not as separate as we once thought. Cutting-edge research reveals that when we imagine tasting a lemon, the same sensory regions of our brain light up as if we were actually tasting its sour tang. When we visualize a sprint, our motor cortex becomes as engaged as if we were physically running. This blurring of lines between the imagined and the real opens up a world of possibilities. It suggests that the act of imagining can physically reshape our brains, influence our perceptions, and even alter the course of our lives. It's a testament to the incredible power that lies within us, the power to shape our reality through the simple act of imagination. As we delve deeper into this connection, we find ourselves weaving a new narrative, one where science and spirituality are not at odds, but are two languages describing the same truth, that our imagination is a fundamental force of human nature, capable of transforming not just our inner lives, but the very world we live in. Imagine for a moment the power of a single thought, the ripple effect of one idea born from the wellspring of imagination. It's easy to overlook, yet throughout history, the force of imagination has shaped decisions at every level, from the personal choices we make each day to the grand strategies of politics and leadership. Consider the realm of politics, where imagination does not merely suggest possibilities, but creates realities that affect millions. Campaigns are built on visions of the future, compelling narratives that draw from the collective imagination of a society to inspire action, influence votes, and ultimately shape the direction of a nation. It's here, in the dance of democracy, that imagination proves its might, turning abstract concepts into tangible policies that redefine people's lives. But it's not just in the corridors of power where imagination wields its influence. It's also in the quiet of our daily lives. Superstitions, those quirky beliefs we might dismiss as irrational, are yet another testament to the potent force of our imagination. A ladder on the sidewalk, a black cat crossing the path, or the number 13 can alter our behavior, not because of any inherent power in these objects or symbols, but because our imagination assigns them meaning. In doing so, it directly impacts our decisions, steering us towards one action over another based on the narratives we've conjured in our minds. Through these examples, we see how imagination is not a passive daydream, but a dynamic force that crafts our reality. It shapes our beliefs, guides our decisions, and molds our world in ways both subtle and profound. As we navigate through life, let's recognize the power of our imagination not just as a source of creativity, but as a vital tool in creating the world we wish to see. Dive into the fascinating world of the human brain, a realm where the lines between reality and imagination blur into a single, vibrant tapestry. When we engage our imagination, something remarkable happens within the intricate networks of our mind. Picture yourself tasting a lemon, its bright yellow rind, the tangy, sour juice exploding in your mouth, the slight puckering of your lips. Even as you imagine this, neurons in your brain fire in a symphony nearly indistinguishable from the one activated if you were actually tasting the lemon. This phenomenon unveils a profound truth about our brain's incredible capability. It does not strictly differentiate between a sensory experience that is vividly imagined and one that is real. The same regions light up, the same neural pathways engage, showing that to our brain, the imagined experience of tasting a lemon is almost as real as actually biting into one. Such discoveries in neuroscience offer us a glimpse into the boundless potential of our mind. It suggests that the act of imagining can stimulate our brain in ways we're only beginning to understand, potentially influencing everything from our physical abilities to our emotional well-being. Understanding this, we can begin to appreciate the power of our imagination not just as a whimsical escape, but as a potent tool for change, growth, and healing. By harnessing our ability to imagine, we unlock a part of our brain's potential that can transform how we perceive the world, how we engage with our environment, and ultimately, how we understand ourselves. In a world often divided by differences, imagination emerges as a unifying force, a bridge that connects us across the vast expanses of our individual experiences. One of the most beautiful expressions of this power is found in the act of reading fiction. When we immerse ourselves in the stories of others, whether they are characters in a novel or figures in a narrative, we are doing much more than simply passing time. We are engaging in a profound act of empathy and compassion. Recent research sheds light on how this process works, revealing that diving into the pages of a book can significantly enhance our ability to understand and connect with others. These studies show that when we read fiction, we're not just entertained. We're invited into the minds and hearts of characters to walk in their shoes, to feel their joys and sorrows as if they were our own. This imaginative journey fosters a deep sense of empathy as we begin to understand the world from perspectives vastly different from our own. But the impact extends beyond the pages of the book. The empathy cultivated through reading fiction translates into real-world compassion, influencing how we interact with those around us. By broadening our emotional horizons, fiction reading makes us more empathetic individuals, capable of greater understanding and kindness in our daily lives. In this way, imagination becomes a powerful tool for building a more compassionate world. It shows us that our capacity to feel for others is not limited by the boundaries of our personal experience. Through the simple act of imagining the lives of others, we can forge connections that transcend barriers, bringing us closer to a world where empathy and compassion prevail. Step into the realm of neuroplasticity, a concept as revolutionary as it is hopeful. It's the science behind the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This adaptability means that our brains are not fixed, immutable structures destined to decline with age, but are dynamic, evolving networks that can grow and change in response to our actions and thoughts. Imagine the possibilities that unfold when we apply the power of imagination to this flexible architecture of the brain. Mental exercises and imaginative practices become tools not just for personal development but for profound transformation. By engaging in activities that stretch the imagination, be it through reading, creative pursuits, or visualization exercises, we can actually rewire our brains, fostering growth and new learning pathways. This process of rewiring is more than mere metaphor, it's a physical reality. When we imagine, we are not just daydreaming, we are building bridges in our brains, connecting neurons in new ways and strengthening our mental muscles. This neural gymnastics can enhance everything from memory and problem-solving skills to empathy and emotional regulation, influencing not just how we think but who we are. The implications are vast and deeply personal. If our brains are malleable and our thoughts and imaginations have the power to change them, then we hold within ourselves the capability to reshape our identities. Through neuroplasticity, the boundaries of our potential stretch far beyond what we might have imagined, offering us a path to become the architects of our own minds. In the quiet spaces of our minds lies the potential for profound transformation. Contemplative practices rooted in the rich soil of imagination offer a path to cultivating positive traits like patience, kindness, and understanding. These practices are not just rituals or exercises, they are gateways to a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Visualization is one such practice, a powerful technique where imagination is not an escape from reality, but a means to enhance it. Picture yourself in a serene place, maybe a quiet forest or a peaceful beach. As you visualize this setting, imagine embodying qualities like calmness and resilience. With every breath, you draw in patience and exhale haste, weaving these virtues into the fabric of your being. Loving kindness meditation extends this practice outward, turning imagination into a tool for fostering compassion. Here, you visualize not just yourself but others, friends, family, even strangers, and wish them happiness, health, and peace. By imagining joy and well-being for others, we break down barriers of separation, nurturing a heart that's open and kind. Another transformative practice is the use of mantras, where imagination merges with intention. A simple phrase, repeated silently, becomes a beacon guiding the mind toward qualities we wish to embody. May I be kind. May I be patient, sure. Repeated with focus and feeling, plant seeds of these qualities in the mind's fertile ground, allowing them to grow and flourish. Through these practices, imagination becomes more than just a faculty of the mind. It transforms into a tool of the heart, a means to sculpt the soul. As we engage in these exercises, we do not merely imagine a better self. We begin the work of becoming it. Imagine standing before a path strewn with obstacles. Each one appears insurmountable, a testament to the trials and tribulations that life invariably presents. Yet, within each challenge lies a hidden gift, an opportunity not just to overcome, but to transform. The key to unlocking this transformative power, your imagination. Viewing obstacles through the lens of imagination allows us to rewrite our story, to see not just the barrier, but the bridge it can become. When faced with a challenge, pause and picture it not as a roadblock but as a stepping stone. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can this make me stronger, wiser, more compassionate? This shift in perception is more than just positive thinking. It's an active engagement with our circumstances, a way to harness the creative power of our minds to envision a way forward. It's about imagining ourselves not as victims of our story, but as the heroes, capable of overcoming adversity with grace and strength. The practice of reframing our challenges as opportunities requires patience and persistence, but it is within this process that growth occurs. We learn to cultivate resilience, to find flexibility in the face of rigidity, and to discover hope in the heart of despair. By using our imagination to perceive our challenges differently, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We begin to understand that every obstacle is an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to step closer to the person we aspire to be. This is the power of rewriting your story, a journey of transformation that begins in the vast landscape of your own imagination. Within the ancient wisdom of Buddhist teachings, we find a profound insight into the nature of reality and the potent role of imagination in shaping our perception of the world. According to these teachings, what we consider to be reality is more malleable and subjective than we might think, an intricate dance between the external world and our internal landscape of thoughts, beliefs, and imagination. The Buddha taught that the world we experience is a reflection of our own minds. This concept, known as the principle of emptiness, suggests that things do not possess inherent meanings or identities. Instead, the significance we attribute to them springs from our perceptions, influenced by our past experiences, our desires, and our fears. It's here, in the fertile ground of our imagination, that we construct the reality we live in, moment by moment. This perspective invites us to reconsider how we view the world around us. When we understand that our perception of reality is shaped by our thoughts and imagination, we gain the power to transform our experience of life. By cultivating mindfulness and compassion, we can choose to see the world not as a fixed, unchangeable entity, but as a dynamic, interconnected field of possibilities where change is not only possible but inevitable. The teachings encourage us to look beyond the surface, to question our automatic interpretations of events and situations, and to envision a more harmonious, interconnected existence. This doesn't mean rejecting the physical world as illusion in a dismissive sense, but recognizing the profound impact our minds have on our experience of reality. Through this understanding, we are empowered to shape our world with intention, using our imagination not as an escape but as a tool for crafting a more compassionate, mindful, and connected life. In this way, the Buddhist view offers a liberating insight that the reality we experience is, to a large extent, the product of our own creation. As we stand at the crossroads of imagination and reality, we've journeyed through the profound ways in which our minds shape our world, from the intricate workings of our brain to the transformative power of empathy. From the malleability of our neural pathways to the ancient wisdom that reminds us of the fluidity of reality. Each step has revealed the boundless potential that lies within our grasp. The key to unlocking this potential: our imagination. You possess the extraordinary ability to reshape not just your identity, but the very fabric of your reality. By consciously harnessing the power of your imagination, you can start on a journey of transformation, crafting a life that resonates with the deepest truths of who you are and who you wish to become. So, I invite you now to envision a better version of yourself. Imagine a you that is braver, kinder, more resilient, and deeply connected to the world around you. Picture this version not as a distant dream, but as a possibility that exists within you, waiting to be realized. Start imagining this better version of yourself today and watch as the world around you begins to transform in response. Your imagination is the brush, your mind the canvas, and your life the masterpiece waiting to be created. And if you found inspiration in this journey, if you felt the stirrings of your own imagination beckoning you toward change, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Join us on this continuous voyage of discovery, where together we explore the limitless potential of the human spirit. Remember, the future is not a destination but a creation, and it begins with the power of your imagination. Start imagining a new identity, a new reality today.